If you want a consistently clean home but have zero time to spare, this video is for you. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel OrgaNatic. It can feel impossible to get that shiny and welcoming home we all want when life is so busy, but I'm going to show you how. Today I'm sharing 10 game-changing tips to maintain order in your house without wasting your precious time and energy. So let's get started. Does this situation sound familiar? When we come home tired, we shed our coats and shoes, drop our bags and toss our things wherever they land, only thinking about getting to the couch or to the refrigerator as quickly as possible. It's often at this moment that clutter begins, and it can quickly spiral out of control. Instead, make it a rule that when you return home, you immediately put all your things back in their place. This way, almost without noticing, you automatically maintain order right at the entrance of your home. Then you won't have to spend time later putting things away, and the time it takes to clean an uncluttered space will be drastically reduced. When you don't have a lot of time, get into the habit of micro-cleaning. This means it's better to concentrate on the so-called high-traffic areas. That is, in this situation, don't waste your energy cleaning entire areas that are only partially dirty. There is no need to wash an entire door if only one spot is dirty, like around the doorknob where kids leave fingerprints. Or don't wash the entire kitchen floor right now. Instead, spot clean the spill and then run the robot vacuum. By cleaning only the dirty spot, we won't spend much time on it and the house will look much cleaner. And when you have the time or opportunity, you can come back to cleaning these surfaces more thoroughly. How often do we see a small task like a smudge on the counter or a single dish by the sink and think, I'll get to that later? The problem is, later often means these tiny tasks pile up until they become one big overwhelming job. To combat this, adopt the 2-minute rule. The principle is simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. This could be wiping down the sink after you brush your teeth, putting your book back on the shelf instead of the table, taking out the trash as soon as the bag is full, or straightening the cushions on the couch before you leave the room. These individual actions are incredibly small, but their cumulative effect is huge. By tackling these tiny tasks instantly, you prevent clutter and dirt from ever getting a foothold. This keeps your home in a constant state of tidiness and dramatically reduces the time you need to spend on bigger cleaning sessions. Often when we are walking through stores, and especially when we see sales, we make impulse purchases. This is how extra things end up in our home. And if time for cleaning is already tight, or if there isn't enough space to store all these new things, buying unnecessary items only contributes to the mess. Therefore, we stop the mess before it even starts. We ask ourselves 3 main questions before we buy something new for the home. Do I have a place for this item? Can I do without it? And if I buy it, how often will I use it? If you think through every purchase carefully, then only truly necessary things will come into our home. They will be useful and bring you joy, instead of just cluttering up your space. Our home can be mentally divided into 2 zones, public and private. The public zone usually includes the entryway, kitchen and living room. For example, the first thing we and our guests see upon entering the house is the entryway. Order here can boost our mood and add coziness. We also tend to be in the living room and kitchen quite often. If you spend most of your time in these rooms, then you should concentrate on maintaining order right here. The advantages of this approach are obvious. Keeping the places where we spend the most time clean and orderly can improve our overall productivity. We and our family get used to order and are more willing to maintain it in our private zones as well. Plus, if guests arrive unexpectedly, we won't be worried about the mess in our house. Therefore, if there is little time for cleaning, concentrate on maintaining order specifically in the zones where the results of your efforts will be especially beneficial. The refrigerator is an essential appliance in every kitchen, and from time to time we need to clean it. Taking everything out can be very time-consuming. Therefore, it's worth cleaning it when the shelves are relatively empty, for example, when our supplies have run out and we are planning a trip to the store. When there are few items in the refrigerator, they can be taken out in a matter of seconds. In this way, we save ourselves time. One of the common causes of clutter is having too many small things scattered everywhere. This could be cosmetics on a dresser, keys on open surfaces in the hallway, or even oils and bread products on the kitchen counter that don't have a designated cabinet space. If these items are organized using a tray or a basket, the space will look more orderly and neat, and we will always know exactly where to put a particular item. Almost every home has hotspots, places where various things constantly accumulate that should ideally be stored somewhere else. Such a pile-up creates a mess and makes cleaning in that area difficult. You can contain this hotspot with a small box or basket. The main plus for busy people is that the mess will at least be hidden, and when you have more time you can take the whole basket and carry all the things to their proper places at once. Even the fact that we are putting everything away at once and not one item at a time will save us a ton of time. It's a well-known fact that clutter is created when things do not have their own clearly defined places. Therefore, you need to designate a storage spot for every item. But given that our space is always limited, it would be logical to follow the rule that the amount of space determines the number of things. For example, for storing my makeup, I only have this vanity table. Every item here has found its place, but there is almost no room for anything new. Therefore, if I want to buy something new, I think about what I can get rid of from here. This isn't hard to do when a cosmetic product runs out. But if nothing has run out, this rule helps me control my impulse to buy everything I see. And if things have their own places, then putting them away is quick and easy, and the room stays tidy with minimal effort. If you realize that you can't handle the entire workload on your own, don't hesitate to delegate the work. The easiest way is by using home appliances that truly make life easier. Did you know that a person spends on average about 1.5 years of their life washing dishes by hand? Thankfully, technology has come a long way. Now you can entrust dirty plates to a dishwasher, windows to a robotic window cleaner, laundry to a washing machine and dryer, and floors to a robot vacuum. Sometimes it's worth investing in such useful helpers to give yourself valuable time, as well as a clean and cozy home. If you like this video, please show it to me by hitting the like button. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you next week. Bye bye!